The Galaxy Z Fold 7 versus the Pixel 10 Pro Fold. Main differences. The Pixel 10 Pro Fold has just been launched as Google's third-gen foldable phone, scoring several vital improvements over the Pixel 9 Pro Fold. The device boasts brighter displays, a new chip, a larger battery with faster charging, and the Pixel Snap technology that is arguably the biggest change here. However, it doesn't look as if Google is beating Samsung for the top spot on the foldable market this year. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 obviously has the upper hand in pretty much every manner, and it intends to re-establish its status as one of the worldwide leaders in the folding phone market. As usual, these two phones will be the main foldable contenders battling for their rightful spot in consumers' pockets, but which one will come out on top? 1. Design and size. Big changes for Samsung. What about the Pixel? Samsung has implemented a ton of design improvements with the Galaxy Z Fold 7. We get a substantially thinner book-style foldable with zero panel gap, fully covered in super premium materials, and designed after Samsung's latest Galaxies. We get harder materials all around. Gorilla Glass Victus 2 at the rear and Gorilla Glass ceramic on the cover screen, while the frame is composed of advanced armor aluminum. The phone is IP48 rated, which gives it some protection against dust particles larger than 1 mm, but does not make it totally dust-proof. Oh, and Samsung has finally tackled the display crease seriously. There's a titanium lattice beneath the screen, with 50% harder ultra-thin glass shielding the display, considerably minimizing the crease and finally catching up with the competition. The main screen is now graced with a punch hole, as the under-display selfie is finally gone. The thickness, or the lack of it, is undoubtedly the standout here. While it's technically not the smallest foldable in the world, the Galaxy Z Fold 7 is incredibly thin at just 8.9 mm folded and 4.2 mm when unfolded. Easily, the thinnest foldable phone you'll be able to acquire officially in the US in the foreseeable future. Meanwhile, the Pixel 10 Pro Fold maintains the same design language as the Pixel 9 Pro Fold, with little to no modifications at all aside from the available colors. This foldable is actually thicker at 10.8 mm folded and 5.2 mm unfold. Google's third foldable phone is also 1 gram heavier at 258 grams, a far cry from the super light 215 grams Samsung phone. Tipping the scales at just 215 grams, the phone is lighter than, say, a Galaxy S25 Ultra, making it the lightest foldable we've seen, an outstanding achievement. One thing that divides the Pixel 10 Pro Fold and the Z Fold 7 is the water and dust resistance. The Google Foldable is an IP68 rated handset, a first on a foldable phone and on par with most normal flagship gadgets out there. With foldables in particular, dust resistance is vital, as it assures no dust will be able to penetrate the hinge mechanism and injure it in any way. The Z Fold 7 only boasts an IP48 water and dust resistance, which doesn't protect against dust. In terms of colors, the Z Fold 7 is available in blue shadow, silver shadow, jet black, and mint, which will be exclusive to the Samsung.com shop. The Pixel 10 Pro Fold is available in Jade and Moonstone. 2. Display differences. The Z Fold 7 debuts with a slightly larger 6.5-inch dynamic AMOLED 2X cover screen, which now offers a more logical 21:9 aspect ratio. That's a wonderful step in compared with a narrower 22.1:9 screen on most earlier folds. This makes the Galaxy Z Fold 7 more appropriate for routine everyday use. As a result of the aspect ratio reshuffle, the inner screen has also risen to 8 inches in size, a very big change in contrast with the 7.6-inch interior screens of most previous Fold phones. Aside from that, the essential specs of the Galaxy Z Fold screens are mostly comparable. This means dual dynamic AMOLED 2X displays with a smooth 1:120 Hz refresh rate, superb sharpness, and a peak brightness of 2600 nits on both panels. We love that. In the other camp, the Pixel 10 Pro Fold has scored a 6.4-inch outside screen with a higher 3000 nits of brightness. The internal screen is an 8-inch one, and it has also got the 3000 nit peak brightness boost. Both panels will be OLED ones, of course, with up to 120 Hz refresh rate. We hope that Google has addressed the internal screen wrinkle, which plagued earlier Pixel foldables. The Samsung foldable has mostly done away with the crease, so the ball is in Google's court. 3. Performance and software. One will demolish the benchmarks, the other probably not. The Z Fold 7 comes with the Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset, the first Qualcomm chip developed on a 3nm manufacturing node. As usual with Samsung, it's a somewhat tuned-up version of the Snapdragon 8 Elite, which has a faster clock speed along with the for Galaxy suffix. Samsung phones equipped with this chip are true powerhouses that are among the better performing ones on the market right now. So we are positive that from a pure performance perspective, the Z Fold 7 will be the superior gadget. The Pixel 10 Pro Fold comes packed with a Tensor G5 chip, developed by TSMC on a 3nm manufacturing node. That's similar to the Snapdragon 8 Elite, but we doubt that the Tensor would be able to equal the Snapdragon in terms of sheer power. In terms of memory, the Galaxy includes 12 gigs of RAM with the 256 and 512 gigs variants, and 16 gigs with the 1 TB one, while the Pixel contains 16 gigs of memory in all of its 3 storage configurations: 256 gigs, 512 gigs, and 1 TB. This should allow some significant legroom for on-device AI and multitasking. The Z Fold comes along with Android 16 and One UI 8, the first Samsung device to do so, while the Pixel 10 Pro Fold arrives with Android 16 out of the box as well. In terms of new features, the Z Fold 7 brings the best of Gemini, Circle to Search, as well as major upgrades to Galaxy AI. The second provides a so-called AI results view, which displays results from AI searches in a separate split view tab or in a floating window, thereby without interrupting your original content. The Pixel 10 Pro Fold arrives with a full array of Gemini features. There's also the Magic Queue feature, which intelligently provides pertinent information when the need arises. Say someone texts you about a dinner reservation, Magic Queue will monitor your Gmail account for reservation confirmations and provide the essential facts to you. In terms of software support, both devices will be supported for 7 years. 4. Camera. Big advancements for the Samsung foldable. The Z Fold 7 finally tackles one of the sore points with most prior Z Fold devices and scores a higher res 200 megapixels primary camera. In case you're wondering, yes, it appears to be the same one that graces the Galaxy S25 Ultra, judging by the specs alone. At long last, a camera improvement on Samsung's most important foldable. The rest of the cameras will be very familiar to anyone who has reviewed a recent Galaxy Z Fold spec sheet: a 12 megapixels ultra-wide and a 10 megapixels telephoto with 3x optical zoom. Not a particularly fascinating camera setup, but then again, foldables aren't really about the camera prowess. Still, the latest foldables from Oppo, Vivo, and Honor put increased focus on the camera performance. A surprise development is the under-display selfie camera on the inner screen, which is gone. It's been substituted for a normal punch-hole 10 megapixels camera, which is honestly the appropriate way to go. Much more usable than the odd under-display one, that's for sure. The Pixel 10 Pro Fold utilizes the same camera configuration as its predecessor. It comes with a 48 megapixels main camera, a 10.5 megapixels ultra-wide, and a 10 megapixels telephoto with a longer 5x zoom. This arrangement sounds significantly more capable, and Google's software optimizations might squeeze out a better image quality out of the existing hardware. Google prides itself on the increased video stabilization, for example. One new function here is called Camera Coach. It will intelligently advise and nudge you into shooting better images by giving you on-screen signals and suggestions. 5. Battery life and charging. Lagging considerably behind other foldables. The Z Fold 7 boasts a very underwhelming 4,400 mAh battery, and the Pixel 10 Pro Fold comes with a 5,015 mAh battery, which is an improvement over the Pixel 9 Pro Fold. The Z Fold 7 comes with 25-watt wired and 15-watt wireless charging, which is allegedly the best Samsung could achieve for its $2,000 foldable. The Pixel 10 Pro Fold has achieved 30-watt wired and 15-watt wireless charging with QI2 support. The Pixel 10 Pro Fold, and the Z Fold 7 are the two highest profile foldable phones announced in the US this year. However, the prize is very probably going Samsung's way, which has arguably developed the best foldable gadget. Google is obviously stuck in place with the Pixel 10 Pro Fold, which doesn't advance the whole experience much forward, and is just a small upgrade of last year's Pixel 9 Pro Fold. Although the Z Fold 7 is the more costly device, starting at $2,000, and compared with the Pixel 10 Pro Fold, which is theoretically more reasonable at $1,800, it still feels that having the Samsung Foldable is better value. So that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more tech news and updates.